Today we are drafting more Aetherdrift, just trying to rank up. We've got to get our foot on the gas and rack up some ranks. So we're looking for 5+ win drafts, 5+ win decks, which means we've got to play disciplined and solid, and that is the theme of this week. So let's jump into one, see what we can do. So pick one, pack one, and we have opened a cracking bomb here, Chandra Spark Hunter. It is not like game winning by itself, but it certainly is good. The discard draw gives you massive card advantage. It gets really high loyalty. You can make 3/2 every turn. And the emblem is not nothing. There honestly might be a scenario where Autarch Mammoth is actually just stronger. But I think Chandra is pretty strong, and I think Planeswalkers are pretty strong. Of course, this makes any vehicles that we take a little bit better. If we table, I mean, what might we table? Maybe the Goblin Surveyor or one of these, like maybe a Maximum Overdrive would be best case scenario. So Chandra could go in a red-black deck, and that looks like it might be, based on the wheel, the best place to be. But let's just take the Chandra here. I mean, starting off in red isn't great, to be honest. But I certainly don't mind taking Chandra. I think it is a very strong card. In this pack, I mean, best cards, Fang Druid Summon is good, Broadside Barrage is good, Crash and Burn is good, and Venom Sack Lagak is good. Now, we could take the Crash and Burn and stay open, but Broadside Barrage and Chandra are both good in a blue-red cycling style deck. Is it too early to try and go down that route, or should we stay in red and just take this Crash and Burn? That might be correct. I think rather than taking... I'm not really a fan of the blue-red deck anyway. I think it depends way too much on you getting a bit lucky in your draft and getting the payoff. So I'm just going to take the Crash and Burn, and we're going to see what is open. This is a pretty weak pack. There is actually nothing in this pack that I'm interested in. The best card might be like Pothole Mole. I think I'm just going to take the Night Market here, because none of these cards draw me into anything. I think the best cards are in white. Red-green is okay. Red-white is not good. So we're just going to take the Night Market. And now that's a late Elvish Refueler, and that is a late Necro Regent. There's a Flood the Engine. Those are all certainly huge signs. Now, we know that we've passed an Autarch Mammoth to the left, so we know that green is going to be probably closed off in pack 2. But maybe in pack 3 we can get hooked up on the green. The alternative is we take the Necro Regent and we build red-black. But I think the Refueler and green is stronger than... the Necro Regent. Best card here is probably the Broadcast Rambler. That's not really what we want to do. So, okay, maybe the Refueler was the wrong pick, and I'm supposed to take one of these black cards here. We could also take Point the Way. I kind of like Point the Way. And then I think maybe red-green is the way that we're going to end up going. Okay, so following the Point the Way, we've got Engine Rat, best card in the pack. I'm going to switch lanes here. So Spire Mech Cycle is like fine. It's good with Chandra, I suppose. Broadcast Rambler is great, but this is a pretty late Engine Rat. And I think I need to pivot here into black. So there's another Crash and Burn for a black deck. And that's pretty late. So I do think we are playing red-black. Apocalypse Runner is good, and red-black does seem to be where we want to be. I feel like Grim Javelineer might just be better, though. I'm not really sure. I think Grim Javelineer is a bit better, but I guess I've got to try the Apocalypse Runner again. I see how this card is good. I see the potential. So we could just take a Goblin Surveyor here. I really like Maximum Overdrive in this deck, though. So I'm going to take that. We could take... Like, haste is not irrelevant. Chandra gives haste, right? Yeah, Chandra gives haste, so that is something. Not that fussed about Wreck Remover or Scrap Compactor. I don't think this is the kind of deck where we want to play Scrap Compactor. Ripclaw Wrangler, a little bit better. Kickoff Celebrations is a fine Start Your Engines card, though, so we're going to take that. Take the Bloodfell Caves there. Gastel, Blockbuster, we're hoping not to play. I don't think it's very, very good in Best of One. And Goblin Surveyor for free is pretty nice. Some tough decisions here. We have got a back on track, which is good, but is more for the grindy decks. For the aggro decks, we've got Wreckage, Wickerfolk, and a Spin Out. Both of those are excellent cards. Yeah, both of those are really good. I want to take the Wickerfolk because I think we're going to be trying to start our engine. The Wickerfolk just makes that so much easier. And, you know, black is open. I don't think Spin Out goes all the way around the table. But black has been open. There's a possibility that the Wickerfolk would wheel. I think that's more likely. No, Wickerfolk goes in more decks, then, I think. Yeah, okay, let's take the Wickerfolk. So now, there is a Debris Beetle. And this is a really, really good card. But there is also a Pact Altera, which is pretty good for this deck. I'd be really happy just taking a Pact Altera here. I wonder if Debris Beetle is worth the splash. 4 mana, drain 3, 6/6 with Trample. That is really good. But I think what I've learned about Aetherdrift draft is just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane and you can't... Well, you can go wrong, but the fixing is not good in this format, so it's better to just stay in your lane. There's an Engine Rat in this pack, an Outpace Oblivion, and a Curse Cloth Wrappings. I'm going to take the Curse Cloth Wrappings. I think that's a pretty fantastic card to allow us to grind into the late game. Now, if we'd taken the Debris Beetle, we'd have a Broodheart Engine, and maybe the green-black deck would be looking pretty saucy. There's a Grease Wrench Goblin here. There's also a Spin Out, Burner Rocket, Dynamite Diver. I'm taking the Spin Out here, for sure. And then our removal... Where's my Spin Out? There it is. Our removal looks great. Oh, now we have a tough pick. Endrider Spike Spitter versus Risen Necro Regent. Well, we have a lot of 4-drops. So I think I'm taking the Necro Regent. There's also like another Goblin Surveyor, but picking between these two is hard. But we have a lot of 4-drops. I'm going to take the 5-drop here. And yeah, like getting to max speed is kind of the name of the game for this deck. I wonder if we take Duretti because it can get back a Pact Altera, a Curse Cloth Wrappings if that happens to be destroyed. We have to sack an artifact for that. Whereas we could just take a Goblin Surveyor or another Crash and Burn. I think I'm going to take another Crash and Burn. And now there's another Crash and Burn, which is kind of crazy. We're not taking Crash and Burn number 4. We have enough now. What we want is ways to start our engines and good aggressive creatures. I guess we'll take Deathless Pilot here. I certainly don't love second Deathless Pilot. We can take the Raceway here. The haste might not be irrelevant, and we've got a Bloodfell Caves. Oh, there's a Spin Out. But I actually think we're taking the Sarcophagus. We do have Curse Cloth wrappings. I wonder... no, this late into pack 2, I'm supposed to just take the sarcophagus here. Bad creatures are better than removal at this point. Our removal is looking really quite solid. Not playing Ancient Vendetta. Burner Rocket is playable. Ripclaw Wrangler might even be playable. I'm hoping to drop that. So we need more ways to start our engines. There's a momentum breaker. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. And if we get back Chitin Gravestalker, we'll be pretty happy. If we get back Lightning Strike, I guess that'd be free. Sky Crash as well. But momentum breaker is excellent. Another piece of removal starts our engines. That is spot on. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to start our engines. 5 ways to start our engines right now. I would take a little bit more. Oh, there's a last ride. 1 mana 13/13. -X/-X, where X is your life total, with a mana sync ability. There's also a Grim Bauble in this pack, and a Walking Sarcophagus, and not much else. I think we're taking the last ride here. Yeah, I think for sure we're taking the last ride. I don't know if that's going to be good, but I think it'll be interesting. So, Riverchurn Monument is insane. I do not think we're going to splash for it. I think that's just going to make our deck worse. I think I'm just taking the Engine Rat here. And now there's a Mutant Surveyor, a Spire Mech Cycle, and a Thunderhead Gunner for our troubles. Based on the deck that we've got, I think I'm taking this Mutant Surveyor. It's a good Start Your Engines card. And then we are making a cut as well. We are making a cut. Probably looking to cut a Ripclaw Wrangler. Don't think that card is actually very good. Another Pact Altera is great. There's a Calaxion, a Chitin Gravestalker. Pedal to the Metal is not bad. I do like having 1 Pedal to the Metal. But Pact Altera is probably just too good. So we'll take that here, and we in theory, we're making another cut. I wonder if it's going to be one of these 2 drops, or if I'm supposed to just cut the Apocalypse Runner. Really don't think Apocalypse Runner is, it's not all that. Don't think we're playing a second Burner Rocket either. I believe I'm just taking the Goblin Surveyor here. I think Oil Gorge is good. But I think we want to just lower our curve. Probably just another Surveyor. They're not fantastic, but they're probably better than Deathless Pilots. If we're doing anything... Well, yeah, okay, so none of these cards. None of these cards, although I wonder if... yeah, we don't have enough artifacts for all of this business. I wonder if Kickoff Celebrations gets cut and a Walking Sarcophagus comes in. That's not super impressive. Yeah, that's not super impressive. We don't have many 2-power creatures. I guess with Mutant Surveyor, the gold border card is pretty good. The Apocalypse Runner. Kickoff Celebrations. Discard, draw 2, everything gains haste. Let's cut that. I think I'd rather just have a creature. I'm thinking about Apocalypse Runner. I'm thinking about Burner Rocket, and I'm thinking about these Ripclaw Wranglers as well. But what are we looking at here? So we definitely want aggressive Chandra, but then we can definitely Curse Cloth Wrappings can certainly grind a game out. This makes our vehicles less valuable. Chandra makes our vehicles a little more valuable. But Chandra does also just make vehicles. And they have Crew 1, which is pretty good, nice and easy. 3 Crash and Burns. I kind of want to just cut the Burner Rocket. We've got a Momentum Breaker and Maximum Overdrive. That is all good interaction. I'm going to cut that Burner Rocket. And then... So the Pilot isn't that bad, but it probably is the worst card here. Especially in a Curse Cloth Wrappings deck, it really loses value. Okay, yeah, I think we're running it like this. Black is our most important color. We need 1 red pip, and we don't need it until turn 2 or 3. So we've got 7, 8, 9 black sources. I wonder if I'm playing the Night Market. But I'd rather just try and make sure I can curve out. Maybe. That might be right. That might be right. However, 8, 9 black sources, 8, 9 red sources, plus an Amonkhet Raceway. 9 and 9 is fine. If we cut the Night Market and the Raceway, we're still just playing 9 and 9. But we are more likely to curve out. And the utility that these lands offer is probably worth that. Okay, let's run it, see how it does. Okay, so we got a curve out. Interesting. The last ride in hand. We have a 2, 3, 4 curve. I guess we'll keep this. Not drawing a 2-drop. Or what? Well, I guess we did kind of draw a 1-drop, but do I want to play out the last ride? I don't think I do, because I think they're probably just going to remove it. So let's wait. It's a really good late game mana sink. Ranger's Refueler, okay? So we'll go Goblin Surveyor, hopefully into a land, and then maybe crash and burn the Refueler and then attack in. Oh, they can't exhaust it this turn. But that is what we want to do. We do need to hit land. Kind of okay with them just hitting us. Hell yeah, I'll take that trade. That is unfortunate. I mean, if we don't hit our 4th land, we're just going to lose. Best of 1 is as best of 1 does. We kept a 3-land hand. We haven't drawn any more. Is what it is. We have Mutant Surveyor Apocalypse Runner combo. And we do have Pact Altera into Necro Region. Looks like the opponent is also missing land drops, though, so at least there's that. Yep. They barrage. If they hit me too low, then the last ride will be online. Okay, I really need land. That is the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards of the library. No land. Okay, cycle again. Good stuff, good stuff. Still, now we have a 6/6 in the last ride, and you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. Is that then? I don't think it's quite that. Like, we could chump block here, go down to 3, and then we have one more chance to draw land, but it's pretty much over. It's a crew 2. Yeah, okay. Well, that was dumb, but it happens. This time we're on the play. We have a 2-land hand. Risky. We do need to draw land again, but I do think this is a keep because we only need 2 lands to completely unlock our hand. And remember, with this hand, it's pretty much 50-50 every turn, whether we draw land or not. It is a coin flip. So if we lose that coin flip 3 turns in a row, then it's just bad luck. Opponent took a mulligan. And a scurry foot. So we missed our first land drop. We lost the first coin flip. I'll take 2. We lost the coin flip again. Okay. There's the coin flip. Right, so, I think I'm just sending the rat. So I'm happy to trade off with any of these creatures. Because they haven't exhausted yet. So it's a little more valuable to trade off with them now, deny the opponent the exhaust value. So the Greenbelt Guardian, we're taking this trade because we've got the Curse Cloth in hand. I think we're taking these trades. Okay, there's a land that is good. So we have no attacks here, and we can crash and burn the Greenbelt Guardian and trade off this Surveyor. But we want to wait until they have activated the exhaust ability. So they can't attack with the Boom Scholar this turn. They can attack with the 3/3, and we're going to accept this trade. Now even a Bestow Greatness doesn't save it. Yep. Sure. 1 point trample damage. Green does have a lot of answers to the last ride. So we should be cognizant of that. If they just go land attack, I think it's fine. And next turn we can put out an engine wrap. Let's play out the last ride. Because they're going to have to pick between destroy last ride or exhaust Boom Scholar. Okay, I am actually just attacking here. Excellent. These trades are all excellent for us because we have the Curse Clock. Let's get back our rat. Okay, auxiliaries, it's good. But this is fine. Chandra. Well, Chandra's not great here. Because of the auxiliary. I don't really know how I'm going to deal with that. I guess I'm playing Mutant Surveyor. I'm playing Sarcophagus. We can take a hit. They can, of course, remove the Sarcophagus, hit me for 4. But I think that is fine too. Okay, that was a weird one. They must have something to follow up, but then they're still just going 1 for 1 on the removal spell. They have, like, plow through for the last ride, sure. And what's the last card in their hand? Nothing. Well, I'll be honest, guys, that was weird as hell. Knock him down to 12. Let's replay a Goblin Surveyor. Hold up maximum overdrive. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do, for fuck's sake. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, I accidentally drew with it. Shit. balls. Okay, alright, okay. I got rid of the other one accidentally, but that's fine. We make a 4-3, they can't kill it. This is fine. Refueler. Yeah, we're going to lose this auxiliary unless we find a removal spell. We do have 2 crash and burns, I think. 2 or 3 more crash and burns. Two more crash and burns and a spin out in the deck. There it is. Okay, full send. The full send was a huge mistake. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? What a moron. Didn't keep back a blocker for some... I just had a complete brain fart. Okay, that means we survive. Possibly kill the opponent. No, we don't survive. We just die. I totally threw that. What a stupid mistake. I can't do stuff like that, man. Okay, that is 0-2. A truly winnable game, that last one. A truly winnable game. So we're playing in hard mode now. Red, green again. And this time we are on the draw. Don't love that. Wickerfolk here, looking for some action. Curse Cloth is good. Packdoll is good. Yes, use your removal spells. Let's keep the last ride in hand. There's no point in just letting it get destroyed. So they don't have max speed yet. Let's just play out our Packed Doll Terror. Mech Cycle. Well, let's just take 5 here. That puts them on 3 speed. Puts them on 3. Send the Pactol Terror. We're on 13. So this is... We do want to crash and burn, maybe just exhaust. Trade with the mech cycle. But let's make them bend over backwards to get up to maximum speed this turn. Do I want to just eat this or trade with this? I think I would rather eat this. Take 5, down to 8. Hold up the crash and burn and we should be fine. Maximum overdrive as a removal spell here. And then let's just hold the crash and burn. Now if they don't have a play, it is lethal. Undra's Ignition. Kill my Prowlcatcher Specialist. Well, actually we can just put that back on the field. This is more damage. I didn't actually calculate that it was lethal, but it was. I'll take that. So the last ride has been in our starting hand, I think like every game. And it hasn't really done anything yet, because it is a late game card. Anyway, this is a keep. It's a pretty decent curve for getting up to speed. So the Apocalypse Runner can come down, make the Sarcophagus unblockable. Thought so. Sure, run over my 3-2. Hit me for 3. I think I'm blowing up the runner here. I know I could have gotten the lifelink this turn, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. Still, I don't think I'm going to have anything to crash and burn just yet. Okay. But the opponent is struggling on mana here. So we're going to... We are flooding, however. Yeah, I think because this is our only creature, we've got to just take this. Don't think there's many 3-drops they can play that stand up to the Sarcophagus. Don't think they're going to block here. Okay, we'll take that trade. We'll play our Swamp. Because I think our top decks are better. Do I have any way to discard cards? I don't think I do. They are way up on cards, though. So they're splashing green, blue-white splashing green, maybe? Earth Rumbler, we've got to deal with that as well. Now, if they just have a handful of gas and we just draw lands, we are not going to do very well. Just play something else big and scary. That is... Okay, so that is not ideal, but the last ride is fantastic. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we can draw 2 cards off of this thing. Go down to 13, go down to 8. Okay, now we can crash and burn the Broadcast Rambler. So Momentum Breaker looking pretty bad. But man, we could just draw a bunch of cards here. Now let's play out our creature. Let's just play the Momentum Breaker, draw a card, and we're pretty happy with all of that. The last ride is really shining here. Yeah, I mean, they're using their removal spells for our pretty crappy creatures when we have so much card draw. Card draw on a stick here. I'm gonna play it a Raceway. We could just draw again. Taking 5 is fine. Down to 6. Down to 4. It's a lot of land. So we play the Chandra.
You need a win, and I'm a winner.
We are gonna discard a land. Go to combat. Animate the last ride.
Eyes on the prize.
Attack for 9. Necro Regent. That was close. That was risky. Because if they had a counterspell, we would have lost. Okay, nice. That is the power of the last ride. It drew us like 5 cards in that game. That's what you want it to do. Good curve here, decent curve. 1, 2. Draw a land at some point. No ways to start our engines, but that's fine. Chandra's an interesting draw. Especially with Apocalypse Runner. With if we go Runner into Chandra, that's pretty strong. Let's go land. Let's... They're playing red-white? Yeah, I think I'm just attacking. Could have done this pre-combat, but I kind of wanted to represent that I had some kind of trick and see how they reacted. Missed the land drop, but our hand is stacked. We draw the land, we are in a really, really nice spot. There it is. We can just pass here, we'll hold up Crash and Burn. Yeah, see, that is why we held up Crash and Burn. Okay, so those have flying, and they are going to hit us. But honestly, we can just race. Yeah, okay, let's get the Apocalypse Runner down. That was stupid. That was a stupid way to do that. I'm so bad at this game, but... Still, if they tap out, we can just send... Okay, yeah, sure. Collision Course on the Apocalypse Runner is fine. I seem to always get got by this card, and I don't understand how. Because it's so bad when I play it. Still, they're pretty low. We might just get them with Pact Altera into pump out tokens with Chandra. Like, if they're not gaining life, we are going to win this race. Okay. There goes the Pact Altera plan, but if we flood out, maybe we can engine wrap them to death. Another Pact Altera is pretty nice. Okay, it's going to be tight. They had the removal spell for that, Pact Altera too. Damn. Okay, so Ride's End off the top would have won it, but I've actually just lost this game, right? That's a real shame. Yeah, we can't stop the flying Brightfield Mustang. Well, there you have it, 2-3, disappointing result again. That game 1 was just a total bust. We got totally mana screwed. Games 2 and 3, oh man, I think they were winnable. I think game 2 was definitely a throw. Game 3, I mean, we killed one Brightfield Mustang, and then they just had another one. They had the Canyon Volta combo. We didn't have a way to interrupt it. I certainly did make a couple of misplays, but we died with a bunch of good cards in our hand again. Maybe I should be respecting Brightfield Mustang a little bit more, because I've lost to it a couple of times now. Anyway, that's it. I will catch you on the next episode of Operation Double Mythic, and that is a wrap. Bye for now.